Hey friend, welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we talk about all things children, all things childcare, and all things childcare professionals. So if that is you and you enjoy content like that, hit the subscribe button, click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any content being put out. Now, today's video is for the teacher and the parent. Are you a teacher that struggles with building a relationship with your parents? Do you know how to do it? Are you okay with doing it? Are you comfortable with doing it? Well, today is the day that we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you 3 techniques that you can use when building that parent-teacher relationship. The first thing that you need to do is you need to have an open line of communication with your parents. Let's be honest. Those children belong to the parents, right? And they're in your classroom to gain something that you have to give. But in order for you to have a promising relationship with that child, you need to also have one with the parent. Open lines of communication, being able to say, hey, listen, this was Johnny's day today. He struggled in this area. He did excellent in this area. Just being able to give that information over to the parents is open lines of communication. You want to make sure that you're always keeping the parent abreast to what's going on with their child. Because let's face it, we are with those babies more than the parents are. We're with them 8 to 10 hours a day. And we see the most in their behavior and in their academics. So we need to be able to relay that information over to the parent on a weekly basis at least, right? Some parents want to know on a daily basis, but just having that open line of communication between you and that parent is going to make for your life to be way easier. Okay? Because then the parent can start to partner with you on things that the student may be struggling with in your class. So the first thing is open lines of communication. The second thing that you want to do is you want to try and set up parent-teacher conferences 2 to 3 times a year. That's when you can sit down, collab with that parent, come up with some things that you know is going to really help that student out in your classroom. That is also the time for you to bring in that portfolio, things that you guys have been working on, things that, you know, those elements that really make up for what it is that's been happening in your classroom every day. Because parents sometimes feel like we're not doing anything or the child is not learning anything. But in all honesty, we do have our portfolio to tell you, Miss Sampson, what your child has been doing every day. That's what that portfolio is. Digging pieces of work, putting it together, collapsing something that shows the grows and glows of their child. What has my child been learning since, August? Here it is now, February. I just want to know. So that's what you can bring to that parent-teacher conference. You set those things up to also to cover yourself. When parents are saying, oh, they're not doing anything all day. Yes, they are. Let's sit down and let's talk about some of the things that they're doing in my classroom. They're actually learning and having a good time in here. So set up those parent-teacher conferences. Give parents the opportunity to see you show out and as the teacher, right? And see what their kid has been showing out and doing. Because let's face it, those babies need that parent-teacher conference. They need you to collaborate with their parents on what it is that they struggle with and the things that they're absolutely amazing at, okay? The next thing you need to do is involve the parents in everything that you do. Whatever you guys are doing in the classroom, if it is grounds to have an audience to watch you, absolutely. You're putting on a talent show, have the parents come sit in. If you guys are doing a science day, have the parents come visit to see the science show that you guys put on. Involve the parents as much as possible. That's not to say that they're going to come to everything, but at least you've extended an olive branch, right? And they're able to get into the classroom and physically see what it is that is happening throughout the day. Remember, you're trying to build that relationship with that parent. And so the last thing you want to do is have instances where you don't want them to be a part of anything that you have going on. it is important for them to be a part of as much as possible, because that's the way that you're going to build that support system in that parent. Having them involved in anything. If you're having parties, have them bring things. If you are low on certain supplies and you want to extend another olive branch to parents, hey, can you guys bring these things in? My parents and I were very, very close in that way, because I knew how important it was for me to build that relationship with those parents. So build relationships with your parents in your classroom. Don't be afraid to involve them in everything that you're doing. And sometimes you may not be able to, right? And that's okay. So I don't want to say everything, but in things that you know are very important and will help you gain that relationship with the parents, go ahead and extend that olive branch and say, hey, you know what? Come on into the classroom. We're going to be doing these things on this day. You're more than welcome to hang out with us from this time to this time. Now, always give them a time frame, because you don't want them hanging around all day. But it is very important, if you're building a relationship with parents, you need to always try and involve them in the things that you know are going to be keen for that relationship building, okay? Number 4 is you need to allow yourselves to be able to give parents the positive feedback that they may be looking for. Find something positive that their kiddo has been doing all day long and hone in on that. Make sure parents understand that, hey, listen, I'm building this rapport with you. I'm building this communication with you because I want you to see how excellent your child is doing in my classroom. Do not hesitate to tell them all the amazing things that their child is doing throughout the day. Parents need that. Let's face it. They've been at work all day. Half of them hate their jobs. Half of them are tired of going to work. So to hear Miss Ty say, you know what? Samantha had a wonderful day today. She did everything she was supposed to do. I appreciate her having these types of days. What that's going to do is that's going to encourage mom to go home and to have conversation with Samantha about her great day. Hey, Samantha, Miss Ty said you had a great day. Tell me about your day. What was so awesome about it? That way that those open lines of communication are there between that parent and their child. But it is important for you to gain that trust in that parent and be able to let her know all the positive things that took place on today. So those are my tips. Those are my techniques for building a positive relationship between you and that parent. If you enjoyed the content like this, go ahead and leave some comments down below. Hit that subscribe button, click on the notification bell so that you don't miss any content that I put out. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.